This is Greg Trauwein with Maritime Reporter TV. We're here in Oslo at the North Shipping 2017, and we're here with Mr. Tor Morten Olsen, President Marine of Marlink. And first and foremost, I just want to thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Greg. It's a pleasure being here.
Okay. So we know each other well for many years now, but for our viewers, can you just give a brief description of yourself, your history within this market, and more importantly, your responsibilities within the company?
Yeah, I can do that. Thank you for asking. I've been too long in the industry, so maybe I shouldn't reveal my age, but I basically started off as an engineer back in 1994. So Marlink at that time was part of Telenor Group, and we deployed the first maritime VSAT towards the oil and gas market, and that was kind of my introduction to this industry. Then I took off abroad for a few years, came back in 2007 as the CEO of Marlink, which at that time was our retail maritime operation. And I've headed that ever since. We've expanded the scope, and right now Marlink is a group of something like 800 people, $400 million of revenue. And the marine part of it is around 75 to 80% of the total business. And my responsibility is the business line. So everything that has to do with the commercial activity, but also anything related to operations, servicing, full P&L responsibility for the maritime activity of the Marling Group.
The Marlink name is very well known in these halls and in this industry. But for those who are not perhaps as up to date, can you please give a short description of Marlink and the scope of the products and services that you provide to this industry?
We at Marlink are first and foremost a connectivity provider. The core of what we do is providing connectivity to ships. But the maritime market has many facets. So we're very strong within the merchant marine, selling anything from Inmarsat Iridium to VSAT solutions. But there are many other market segments, the cruise market, the ferry market, the oil and gas market all over the world, which we are serving with strong connectivity. Lately, we have also expanded beyond that. So it's about providing crew management facilities on board. It is about helping ship owners and ship managers to gain operational efficiency by providing them advanced connectivity solutions. So that's kind of the core of what Marlink is bringing to the market.
It was interesting because at the last SMM in Hamburg, and I've been going to that show for quite a bit as well, normally I associate that show with shipbuilding and heavy machinery, whereas I think about 75% of my conversations revolved around big data, information flow, ship to shore, etc. Obviously, the Marlinks of the world are at the forefront of driving this quote-unquote digital revolution. So as the people who own and operate ships look for increased service, increased bandwidth, can you shed some light on some developments within Marlink that are designed to aid that evolution?
One of our big strengths is that Marlink is large enough and important enough for the satellite network operators to see us as a very attractive partner. So we don't deliver just one solution. We work with those that own the assets in the sky to bring really the most efficient solutions to market. For some, that may be through Inmarsat-based satellites. For others, it may be regional satellite operators, or it may be Intelsat. And to give you an example, what we just are doing these days is that we're delivering as much as 400 megabit per second to a single vessel through use of KU Epic with Intelsat and also C-band services to serve the cruise market. So that's really at the high end of things. More normally, we see people taking on VSAT, always on broadband services, where we believe we as a company plays the role of enabling the digital transformation that eventually will help them to bring better services to their client. It will help them to bring better services to their crew, and it will help them to operate their vessels more efficiently. So in that context, Marlink is and will be an enabler to the digital transformation that the customers go through.
It was some time back in Maritime Reporter that we presented an article, I believe it was entitled Cloud of Bandwidth. Now, can you kind of, I guess, illuminate the cloud of bandwidth concept and where you are in incorporating that into maritime operators today?
Yeah, for us, we try to put the ship in focus. So as the ship moves around in the world, we want the bandwidth to be able to follow the client. The cloud concept was built for MSC cruises originally, and we've expanded that since onto other cruise and ferry companies, so that they can shift capacity around based on where they currently are operating. And for cruise liners, the seasonal variations are huge. They may be in the Med now during summertime, many of them, but then in the wintertime they may go down to South Africa, they may go down into Asia, or they go to the Caribbean. And rather than to have to buy capacity in both places at all times, we are, together with our satellite partners, enabling the capability to move that bandwidth with the vessels as they move around. And that provides greater efficiency for them. It allows us to bring a service that has much more value for money than what they were used to in the past.
Obviously, mergers and acquisitions have been an important part of this particular niche of the maritime market. Looking at that and just kind of looking into the future, can you illuminate what you see going forward for Marlink as a company in this sector?
I think you've seen a few of our moves already. We have acquired Telemar, which is now a full part of the Marling group. We made a joint venture in Greece with a partner of ours, TNL, and created Marlink Cyprus and Greece to reach the Greek Cypriotic market in a better way. And the latest acquisition we've done is a company called Palantir, which is basically managing ICT solutions on board. So pretty much an onboard IT company. Okay. And we believe we need to help our clients bring new services and new solutions to them that ease their operation in a better way. Okay. So hence we're moving deeper into the network on board a vessel to again facilitate their digital transformation going forward. So we will play a key role there going forward. It's about volume, it's about access to market, and it's about solutions on board.
Excellent. Very well said. Again, this is Greg Troutwine with Maritime Reporter TV. And again, thank you very much for your time.
It's my pleasure.